أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the front. Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Kalimur Rahman. I was a professor and now I'm doing business. The question is to Sheikh Yusuf Estes. There are several websites now on Islam, maybe about 200 websites. What is the method to identify which site is not based on deviation? About 5 years before, there were only hardly a couple of websites. Now about hundreds. I need a small kind of a methodology to identify website which is not based on deviation. And I also have a question on fiqh, which I have sent an email to Sheikh, which I'll discuss later. And regarding the heat, Sheikh, I'm sorry, this is Chennai. We have 3 seasons here, hot, hotter and hottest, and this is the hot season.
Sheikh Mamdouh is saying it's not the sun outside, it's these lights in here. We brought our own sun inside with us. Alhamdulillah. Well, first of all, that's a good question because you gave me the opportunity to do what I do best, which is to promote our websites. However, I have to tell you that when I went to the web the first time using CompuServe in the early 1990s, I did a word search. First thing I didn't even know what I was doing. They said, this is how you do a word search. First word I typed in was Islam. We had about 8 websites in 1993, 94. 8 websites. Now there are more than 58 million websites with the word Islam. According to Google's latest, and you go type it in tonight, it'll be more than that, okay? 58 million. Now, which are the good ones? I don't know, because I haven't been to all of them yet. Which are the bad ones? That I have seen. I've encouraged you to stay away from the bad ones. Don't promote them, don't talk about them, don't even think about them, because I'm afraid Google will find your brain and somehow put it up there. But I would like to tell you about some websites that we have. We have operating websites today, right now, for us, about 40 right now. Starting with Islam Tomorrow, Islam Yesterday, Watch Islam, Hear Islam, Chat Islam, Islam Events, Islam Newsroom. Then going and moving on to 911 Bible, Bible Islam, Islam Code, Islam Domains, if you want to start your own website. But I can't remember all of them either. So we made another website called Links to Islam. And if you just go to this one, you'll find so many of our websites right there, and you can spend the rest of your life going through the articles. We have tens of thousands of articles and graphics and links to keep you busy for a long time. How many of you heard about YouTube Islam? Anybody heard about YouTube Islam? Well, guess what? I got that idea when I saw how popular YouTube was. I said, wait a minute, let's put up YouTube Islam. Because I know people will type in Google, YouTube space Islam, so they don't have to go through all the junk. And of course, that sends them to our website first. So that's some of what you can do with it. If you really want to see how to use these websites effectively, then send me an email and I'll tell you how to put them in order. But just to give you an example, Science Islam, you just spell it like normal, as one word, scienceislam.com is for atheists and people who don't really have a clue what our purpose of life is. Second one I usually recommend is godallah.com. Again, those are 2 words people type into Google all the time. I come up number 1, God Allah. And it explains the Tawheed of Islam and why Islam is having the right name by saying Allah. The next one we recommend in there is allahsquran.com. Again, people will type in Quran, Allah, something like this, and that will come up as the number 1 site. The next one after that we recommend is prophetofislam.com, because this one would tell all about Muhammad A to Z. It has a section called Muhammad A to Z in it. Each of these has the latest and best, I think, of the graphics and technology, so that if you want to listen to the programs that are there or watch the programs there, it uses the technology of the websites themselves rather than trying to use your real player from your computer. It saves a lot of resources in downloading, especially appreciated in Sri Lanka and India and places like Pakistan where the high speed is still slow speed. So I recommend to go to linkstoislam.com, and from there you'll be able to see what we got, and send me an email at Yusuf, Y-U-S-U-F, at 99islam. That's another one I forgot to tell you about, 99islam.com. And let's wrap it up with that. I give you the commercials at the end. That's fair. And now I want to make a dua for all of you. Everybody that's sitting right here, I want to make a big dua for you. I want to ask Allah to give guidance to me, to you, to our friends, to everybody. There's only one God, and I'm asking Him to give us all the best of His guidance to the best way for the best end for all of us. Ameen.